Lag. I must have hit the next video. So this is a prime opportunity to mention that if you like my channel, I have a Patreon page where I am trying to start a Patreon page. I try to upload videos daily in order to provide lots of entertainment value to my viewers, as well as providing a consistent source of entertainment. I am aware that some YouTube accounts do not upload as often as we would like. And so, of course, I aim to just basically enjoy playing Minecraft while I continue to provide quality Minecraft content. I plan to do more than just Minecraft. I would like to do more than just Minecraft. However, I lack the hardware required for actually expanding my potential for provided content. So if you want me to, for example, play Don't Starve Together, I could if I had a better device to play it on. My current laptop is not qualified for playing games like Let's Starve Together. I could play games like Space Engineers. I could even play the multiplayer servers on there. I could play some of it with some of my friends, and we could do all kinds of fun stuff on Space Engineers or various other games. I have a wide variety of friends that are capable of providing all sorts of zany shenanigans as I simply just have fun recording, you know? The quality of the content is not what's in question. The part that is struggling the most is actually the funding of that content. Computers are not free, and as a result, the requirements for building a computer are somewhat expensive. I'm not sure if anyone realized, but the standard gaming computer can easily run a few $1,000s. It can easily cost a few $1,000s in just basic hardware. The level of quality which is required for even a half-decent YouTube video is surprisingly absurd. Sorry about that. The rate at which my videos are produced is mostly limited by a mixture of hardware limitations combined with budgeting limitations. I simply can't afford to hire anyone to edit my videos, and therefore I just don't make as many videos as I possibly could. I could make more videos if I had someone who was available for that, but I cannot afford to pay them currently, which is why I set up the Patreon page. The Patreon page is going to allow me to expand what I'm capable of providing to my viewing membership by quite a sizable margin. The quantity of content should expand alongside the quality of content. So if you're worried about whether or not I will be, for example, utilizing the funds appropriately, well, I'm poor. So yeah, I'll probably utilize all of the funds appropriately because I simply just need to upgrade my computer. Like, if a lot of people I've noticed just don't trust the donations of charities and stuff. A lot of people don't trust charities. I don't know why, but they don't. It's a mystery to me. However, the capacity of good which a charity provides can vastly outweigh any of the negative viewing of what the charity might do or might have done. How extensive that pervades through everything else that the charity does can vary. I agree on that. The quality of work that the charity provides can also vary. I agree on that. I do not deny that the quality might vary. That is a given. You know, quality can vary. Granted, you know. However, that does not necessarily mean that we should just give up on charities, as charities can be quite handy. In case anyone forgets, the Children's Hospital charity has enough money to not need to accept any donations for, I think it was something like a decade, and they'd still be able to fund all of their employees. The very same charity is also the charity which does not charge any of their patients. Not a single child gets charged at, I think it was St. Elizabeth's Children's Hospital specifically. It's a very good hospital. And the fact that they do not charge any of their patients, which, by the way, the majority of their patients, if you're unfamiliar, are dying of cancer and are children. So, children dying of cancer, very touchy, sensitive subject, I understand. However, the hospital doesn't charge any money to any of these kids or their families or their extended relatives or anything like that. The entire organization operates free of charge because of donations. They entirely work exclusively off of donations, which is great, you know. It means that the organization, the hospital, Children's Hospital at that, is capable of recognizing that the patient should really have the top concerns being their health and recovery, and not their hospital bill, which is likely going to be thousands of dollars otherwise, probably more, as I've rarely seen a hospital bill that wasn't over $1,000. It's happened a few times. But mostly it's like, oh, you use the hospital, here's your bill. It's like, this says I owe you $1,000. Yeah, that's just us though. That's not everyone. No, you still have to pay this guy and that guy and that guy and that guy, and it's like, oh my God. A, how many people do I owe money to? B, why do I owe so many people money? C, oh my God, so much money. It is obscene how much an American hospital charges their patients. It truly is. It's crazy. A lot of people respect the American healthcare system, and probably an equal amount, if not larger amount, of people also do not respect the American healthcare system. So I'm fairly sure we can all agree that somebody, somewhere, is probably sitting there just going, I totally understand where he's coming from with this. And it's like, well, of course you do. You either respect it or you don't. But either way, you know that this healthcare system is just as messed up as almost every other type of healthcare system. Because nobody actually sat down and decided, hey, I want to make navigating the healthcare system simple and easy and capable of anyone being able to understand it. No, instead they wanted to sit there and say, I want to make sure no one gets screwed over on this healthcare. So I'm going to include all of the legal mumbo jumbo that allows me to make sure that everyone's protected. And if they really want to make sure that their healthcare is fine, they'll of course just learn it all, right? They'll have no problem understanding this at all, they said sarcastically. At least it was probably sarcastically. We don't exactly know for sure. Because all of these people are crazy, apparently. I do want to equip this kelp and try and force this kelp to grow past the observer. And the reason for that is simple. I want it to have full water source blocks. Simply because I want it to be capable of elevating the items more. I want them sitting above the observer blocks. So yeah, the kelp might require a bit of, we'll call it finesse, to fully fill out everything, because I'm going to have to keep hopping in here, and if this is all full of, water source blocks, I'm going to have to keep hopping in here and nearly drowning every time. That's just annoying. But you will be capable of seeing where the water source blocks stop, at least, because as you rapidly descend, you then suddenly slowly descend. And it's like, well, what happened? Well, it's simple. Let's see if I can trigger this, or get it to trigger. Nope. Ow. Ow. Okay, that's better. Okay, so I still need a little bit more cobblestone to fill in everything. I still need a lot of glass. I will be placing the kelp in the hopper for more fuel. Speaking of which, I forgot I removed all of the fuel. So all of that glass has not been smelting. Great, he says sarcastically. Okay, now that we've got that situated, what was I saying at the start of this video? Like, comment, subscribe, check out my Patreon page and my About page on my YouTube profile. I put a lot of work into it. If you want to support me monetarily, I do accept requests for sponsorship. I have not been approached by anyone, as far as I am aware. The easiest way to get a hold of me would be my comment section on my YouTube page. That allows me, of course, a degree of transparency in my business dealings. If I want to turn down Raid Shadow Legends, I'll do it in the comments. If I don't want to turn down Raid Shadow Legends, I'll do it in the comments. But just send me a message on the comments of my videos. Whichever video inspired you to contact me, I will probably overanalyze it and figure out why that video is so much nicer than all the others. And then I'll probably sit there and just respond with whatever response I might have. I need to access, not that one, not that one, not that one, that one. I'm up to 51 cacti. I can plant some of these rose bushes, actually. Let's see. I'm going to plant these over... I'm going to plant these over here. Oh, I know. I'll plant them alongside here. Along the mine. That way I just have some form of marker to notify me when I'm digging over that lovely pipeline down to what has still yet to have been used to retrieve diamonds. I did manage to get 2 diamonds at one point from that cave down there. If you're not familiar with what cave I'm talking about, it's the one that's hooked up to that tiny little speck of water right over there. Do I want to put one here? I do not. So this gives me some semblance of locations. You know, I know that if I dig here, I will find that mine shaft, you know. I probably want to expand that over to here too. I think I will. This will require more bone meal, which I do have plenty of bone meal. I should actually check how much bone meal I have in here. Can I access this without breaking the... I cannot. Okay, well. Okay, so I've got 4 bone meal. I'll just compost that for now. How's it looking? About half full. I'll sneak through here. That way I don't accidentally jump and trample a crop. And I shall grab this bone meal and these bone blocks. And the reason why I'm grabbing all of this, make sure you equip all of that, is because there is a fun little trick that you can perform on flowers, which allows you to get any type of flower that you need. You just compost the flower, and you can get a 1-to-1 ratio of whatever flower you need. So if you need rose bushes, you just apply some composting bone meal onto the flower, onto the rose bush. The upper or lower portion will work. And then you're capable of just converting bone meal into rose bushes, basically, or any other type of flower that you might have around your base compound. One more. Yeah, so I didn't need the bone blocks, but I almost did. This will allow me to know that this is where my underground mine is located. So I don't want to dig underneath any of these rose bushes. This line is okay. However, I really shouldn't dig here. So I probably want to put rose bushes there as well. I want one more rose bush right there if I can. Let's see. I'll go ahead and convert all the bone blocks. That way I'll just have them as I need them. Oops, I placed that wrong. Okay. There we go. So yeah, I'm just placing rose bushes. It makes the place look pretty. The other uses of a rose bush is that you can turn one rose bush into 2 red dye. So if you're making anything using red blocks of any type, you can quite easily collect more than enough of whatever components you need simply through rose bushes. If I recall correctly, I think rose bushes have a better rate than poppies for how much dye you get per item. I'm not 100% sure on that, so I could possibly be wrong. Bit of a yawn. How long have I been recording? 3.5 hours. I should wrap this video up, but wait, was it 3.5? Yeah, I should wrap this video up soon. I understand I can go until my storage runs out of my SD card, or not my SD card, my SIM card. I'm recording all of the videos to my SIM card, and then see, that looks nice. That looks really nice. That was a great touch. That's why I gathered the flowers when I was out. So yeah, I should call the video here. I should end the video here, because I am aware that while I'm saving all of this to my SD card or my SIM card, I also need to make sure that I apologies for the lack of shirt. I need to make sure that I am taking care of things such as making sure my operating system doesn't freak out on me. That's kind of an important one, because it's on my SD card where my Android operating system is housed. So I want to make sure that the operating system stays fine, stays intact. Let's see, where would I want these? I think I want these or these. I want these over by the horse. Okay, so I'm going to put this. Oh, I need the bone. The irony being that the the organic matter of all of these seeds is being used to decorate in and around the skeleton horse's living space. It's an irony that is not lost on me. So yeah, like, comment, subscribe. I make a bunch of videos on YouTube. I have a Patreon page. What else have I not mentioned? Or I have mentioned. I mention it a lot because I don't really accurately track when each new episode starts and stops. Instead, I just record all of the episodes all at once, and as a result, certain silliness might sometimes occur simply through virtue of not knowing when each video is going to switch over to the next stage, the next recording. The randomness catches me off guard sometimes, almost every time in fact, and then causes me to sometimes sound silly. I realize now that the inside is using a different flower. I also realize now that I kind of like that look. So I'm going to switch these flowers. Okay. Probably intersperse the lilacs with the, I think they're called peonies? So yeah, I'm going to intersperse them. Yeah, there's a turn there. Okay, so there's a turn here. Then that turns there, which means that turns there. Okay. Oops. Yeah. The rate at which I am capable of creating content is mostly limited by the hardware limitations, not so much the software limitations. I just realized this is organized in a slightly incorrect method. Okay, let's see how that looks from up here. Yeah, that looks nice. That looks real nice. I plan to spread out a lot more of those. Those little blue ones over there. So yeah, I am aware that I frequently discuss supporting my channel. Self-advertising is rough. What can I say? You repeat yourself a lot when you're doing self-advertising. I did not want the grass. The daisy or dandelion or whatever it is can go over here with the others. I should dodge the lava. Oh, a fern. Cool. What was I grabbing in here? Glass. That's right. Because glass. While I'm at it, I should go ahead and gather up this lava over here to store the lava away. Hello, sheep. Having trouble getting through the door that you're too big to fit through? I know, it's terrible, isn't it? I love it. Get out of here. Stupid sheep. I guess it's not too stupid if you manage to figure out how to phase through the door. And again, that's just persistence for you. So yeah, I have not been too concerned about the contraption here overflowing with water, simply because the contraption is not capable of achieving a level of fullness which will cause it to start overflowing with water. The pistons and the observers are quite efficient and effective. As you can see, there is actually some kelp right over there, ready for me to collect, and it's just floating there. Ah. Right. Okay, so first I want to, oops, I did not want to do that. So first I want to fill in all of these extra areas here. Yeah, all of the kelp is trapped to a certain narrow height limit, so there's really nowhere for it to be capable of causing the water to escape and cause lighting issues. Okay, so the glass is almost filled in. That's good. Applause. We can fill in that dirt block as well. Keep the base looking good. Keep the land value up, if you know what I mean. Because got to keep the land value up. That's the basic part of owning any keep, you know? All these people who are like, oh yeah, I played the Castle Ravenloft campaign. You know, I'm good at it. I'm hip. I know what's up. It's like, oh, so let me guess. You kicked Strahd out, right? You know, you beat up Strahd. You kicked him out of his own castle. You told him, you know, you're dead. Bye. And Strahd was like, no. And there was this whole wrap-up scenario and all that. And, you know, the curse was lifted from the land and everyone goes on until the next person takes over the curse, blah, blah, blah. That's part of the whole Curse of Strahd campaign. In case you ever wondered, the attempt to actually get rid of the curse, it doesn't succeed. The entities which powered the curse of Strahd are still alive, and they're bored, so of course they're just going to mess with people until they manage to achieve what they had done in the first place with Strahd, which was, you know, take over the place. Standard fare for bad guys, really. It should be expected by this point. It's like, oh, great. Who's taking over this time? Steve? Bob? Joe? Who knows? Who knows and who cares? All we know is it's our job to stop them. Why? Because we're adventurers and because we're being paid exorbitant amounts of gold. Who told you were being paid exorbitant amounts of gold? You did! When did I tell you that? Was I drunk? Yes. Well, I should stop drinking. Oh, don't worry. It was our plan all along. We got you drunk. It's like, oh, right. I forgot about that. You were the ones who bought me the beer. Huh. You crafty little sumbitches. You know? You crafty little people. What are you doing? You know? Clearly you're up to something, because, well, you're sneaking around and getting me to agree to things that I don't remember later because I was drunk. There are people in the world that are like that. They do that type of thing. It's a very sad state of affairs that there are people in the world that are like that. However, there is also a propensity for people to do good. The quantity of how many people do good versus how many people don't is subject to change, sometimes without notice. However, the quality of the people helping each other is definitely something worthy of note. Okay, so what I want to do is I want to grab some dirt. I'm going to want dirt for this because I'm going to have to break it afterwards. But I'm going to want to grab some dirt. I'm going to want to run behind all of these observers. See? That's what I was talking about with the storage. I need to be careful of my operating system slowing down because this is the same operating system that is, of course, running the Minecraft game. So as the storage runs out, my game will slow down quite exponentially. So my plan is to put dirt blocks behind all of these observers, and then I shall break the observers, and then I will allow the kelp to grow up to its maximum height inside this chamber, filling the entire place with water source blocks. The reason that's useful is that will allow me to fully utilize the capabilities of this farm through means of allowing the kelp to float. We of course want the kelp to float because the kelp will then be capable of simply just floating up to here, and then I'm one glass block short. Wow. And then we'll just be able to just swoop along here, collect it all up, and then we just swoop back, and the kelp will float at this level instead of way down there. And then to get out, we just go out through here. So I shall sleep in the bed, and then I shall end the episode here and get to work on editing all of these videos as soon as I place that one last glass block. I'm going to place that glass block first. Like that way I can just say on camera project complete type thing, you know? It's not fully complete, it's not fully upgraded, but you know, on camera, hey, look at what I built. On camera, in one episode, I might add. Well, one episode for me, one recording session. Applause, you know? That's all I can say. What's that Lady Gaga song? I do it for the applause. Oops, I did not want to break that. There, all fixed. Okay, so also this recording session I've used the face cam because I could. I have no idea how well people enjoy my face cam content. Oh, that looks nice. Looking out this window. That's going to look so much better with some more flowers. Like, I plan a lot of color out there. I just don't know what I'm going to fill it up with. Oh yeah, and I have these eggs as well. But yeah, so like, comment, subscribe, hit the notification bell to make sure you get notified of my latest uploads. Make sure you set it to all notifications because YouTube has the default set to recommended. Therefore, if you want all of the notifications, then you're going to need to pick that option specifically. You're going to need to have the notifications enabled on your device, whichever that device may be, whatever type it may be. It could be a phone, could be it could be a tablet, it could be a PC, what have you. It doesn't really matter. Whatever device you use, you need to remember to, use your notifications accordingly. I have a Patreon page in my About section of my profile. You should definitely check out my About page. You'll learn more about me, learn more about my Patreon page, where you can read even more about me, and you'll be capable of giving me money. I am very limited in my hardware. If you're wondering what my laptop is capable of, it's a dual core. I think it's a 2.1 gigahertz dual core. It's an integrated dual core, so it's an AMD chip, GPU, graphics card processing unit. So it's both the graphics card and the processor, which is not good for gaming, by the way. It's good for calculations, and it's good for random number generation. So it's good for just having, like, the chickens. It's good for these chickens to just be sitting here idle and just random number generation type content going on. That's what an integrated processing card is good for, a GPU. I would prefer having a computer tower with a motherboard and a CPU, preferably an octa-core or at least a quad-core would be nice, because there is one core reserved for kernel processes of the operating system for security reasons. So having more cores will allow me to actually record using my computer, meaning that I will be capable of creating more content of different varieties, more than just Minecraft. I'll be capable of uploading things like Space Engineers. I'll be capable of uploading things like RPGMO of actual quality content, better quality than my previous content. RPGMO, probably not going to play that one. It's very grindy. And everything that I do on that one is just grind. I might play RuneScape, might not. I used to play RuneScape. I stopped playing RuneScape because, well, I was learning to code, let's put it that way. So I might not play RuneScape. RuneScape would be a good game for a Let's Play, a good long Let's Play series, because it is rather varied. I have played RuneScape, and there is a lot to do in RuneScape. However, if you know how to do all of it, and you know where all of it is, it only takes you maybe 200 hours. The rest of it is just, leveling up your character's various skills. So with that, I shall end the episode. It is 3 hours, 48 minutes almost that I've been recording in a row. Add that on to the previous video. I'm pretty sure I have 4 hours worth of recording already. So this will be a decently well stitched together video. However, the uploading schedule is going to be a little bit tricky, simply because I have to upload 5 unedited videos, as well as the 2 to 4 edited videos. I think I will use the 2 videos method, because that allows me room for, if something goes wrong with my videos, I can still upload just the raw video to the channel. as well as the compiled, edited, and parsed down version that's going to be useful. Can I click that without? No. Yes. Haha. Okay. The raw version of the video, which is going to, of course, or the edited version, which is, of course, going to have. What did I do? Did I put the glass? I put the glass in there. I wasn't paying attention. So yeah, I'll do 2 edited videos of, episodes merged together, basically. And that will allow me wiggle room for if something goes wrong. Such as if my recording software starts crashing and I want to upload the raw video footage to the raw video footage playlist, and then, of course, have the compiled version depicting everything in a accelerated time frame with probably worse quality audio. By the way, if anyone wants to volunteer to submit closed captioning for my videos, I do welcome having people submit closed captions for my videos. I have that option enabled. So if you know how, or if you want how, or if you just feel like you want to fix up my double speed videos captioning, feel free. I probably won't do that myself, because that's going to take a lot of time and effort and just sitting there and watching it and typing it, and it's a very slow process for me. I can create videos really easily though. So with that, I shall end the video, and thank you for watching. Stay safe.